Hey traders, John Howell here, and in today's video I'm going to give you a technical analysis of the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, the Dow. I'm also going to be looking at the GDX GDXJ, the SIL, the SILJ. Also be looking at silver and gold as well too. Are we at the top of those markets? Are we not? What's likely to come? So I want to share all that stuff with you today on what a technically basis, what it's saying to us and what's likely to happen moving forward, and the one market that I truly believe is going to make the biggest moves out of everything I've just mentioned. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, let's get straight into it right now. So the S&P 500 didn't do much today at all. Just a little bit of a sideways, a little bit of a down day. If I bring up very close up view here, you can see like a little red candle here. If I go to the Dow Jones, we also can see just a little down day. And also the Nasdaq is still really sort of not really doing much. So we have a little red day today when it comes to the markets. Now, the thing that I'm noticing about the Dow Jones is that we are still stuck in this sort of range through here. If I bring up this bottom point through here, you can see how we have this bottom point through here. We have this support level through here, and notice how the market has continued to bounce off this level. Started at this point, then it came down and we had a nice bounce off that point there. Then we had a bounce there, then we had a bounce also through here as well. So you get a very nice trend line coming up, and right now we are right smack bang at that level through there. So in a very nice sort of support level. The next thing that I do see on a short-term basis on the Dow Jones is that if I bring my support line up through to here, which is around about, if you're looking for the number basis, which is around about that sort of that 26,000 sort of 300 level, that level there, which was resistance in the past. So we had all this resistance all through here. Then we had resistance through here and the market popped up. Now we're going sideways, and now is it gonna find support through here? Now, the whole thing that we're looking at right now is that if the Dow Jones starts to break below this support level, which is around the 26,300, that could be a bit of a change in trend, because we can see we had a lot of this sort of X marks the spot where we are right now. Are we likely to continue up and rallying up from here? Now, it's really, really interesting to see. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you think we're at the top right now when it comes to the Dow Jones? Are we likely to start going down? Again, I don't know exactly what's going to happen, so we'll see what happens. We are definitely with the upward trend. Moving on now through to the S&P 500, and something very similar, not the same, but similar. Similar, same. That's right. So we have this support level through here, and then we had a nice little bounce off this level all through here as well too. Let me take this off the screen. And now we'll continue to rise up as we speak on the S&P 500. But if we have a closer look as well too, we can see that right now we have a bit of a sort of a support level going on all through here as well, somewhere around about there. We had this top through here. We had this also top through here as well too. Now we've rallied up, and now we're just pausing. Now the question out of all this here is that if this doesn't hold and start to rally up and we start to get a bit of a breakdown, let me just, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to draw some trend lines. I'm going to start from this point through here, this point through to here. And then I want to see if there's anything going on through there as well. No, not through there. It's probably the trend line that I got as well through here. So this will be the trend line I use. This will be the trend line I use. Now moving on a bit of a close up view, what can we see? We see the S&P 500 rallied up, and now guess what? We're not really doing much, are we? We sort of broke above this high, not really doing much. And the same for the Dow Jones. We're at that level of support. The question is, do we hold this level of one support through here? Do we hold one support and two support? Is X marks the spot before we see that? Or is this just one bit of a last hurrah in the markets before we start to see this and start to see a bit of a drop down? If we break below the 3,200 on the S&P 500, then to me, it looks like we're going to start to head back down to around about the 3,050 level on a short-term basis. because that'll cause a little false breakout to the upside. And once we break down, on a short-term basis, we see a move to the downside through there. Moving on through to Nasdaq now. The Nasdaq has continued to be in a big bull booming market. The question mark now I've got a bit of on the Nasdaq is this. As you can see with the Nasdaq, we had a high, break down, break past previous highs. A higher high, a higher low. Rallied up, came down. We have a higher high and a higher low. Rallied up, rallied down, rallied up. Higher high, higher low. Rallied up, higher high, come down, higher low. Rallied up, oh, double top, oh, double bottom, rallied up, and now we're failing through here. Interesting. What are we getting? Double top action. That's right, it's called double top action. So this is a warning sign, like, hang on, this double top, is the market saying we're now starting to pause a little bit? And as you can see what happened today, it struggled to keep rallying up, and now we're having a bit of a sell-off through here. Very, very, very interesting. So if we break this sort of 10,200 level, then what we need to do is, okay, where's it likely to run to on a conservative basis? And that would be a projection from the double top down. So if we go to the top action, and down to the bottom action of the double top action, and we project this down. If we break this, say, let's say the 10,200 level, then on a conservative short-term basis, I see this thing running down to around about that 9,500 level, possibly even a bit lower than that, around about the 9,400 on a short-term basis. So if we break this here, the S&P is right at that level, the Dow Jones is right at that level, and the Nasdaq's sort of pausing through here. So if we start to break down, then we could see a bit of a move down through all these markets. So really, really interesting. Leave a comment below, guys. Let me know what you think. Do we break down from here? Or is the S&P 500 or the Dow Jones, is it an uptrend? The S&P 500 still is an uptrend. And the Nasdaq, do we continue up from here or not? Leave a comment below. Moving on now to silver and gold. Gold right now is continue to have a very nice move to right above the high point where we are right now. Still, what I've mentioned in the past, guys, no FOMO, no FOMO, no FOMO. If I bring up my 1 year view, we can see we've had a massive move when it comes to gold. We probably get a little bit more upside here when it comes to gold, but I wouldn't be too surprised to see it, it start to get a bit of a sell-off here and start to get a bit of a trappy action for you guys that are jumping in right now in the market. And the same for silver. It's really interesting. I did a video yesterday and I said silver's hitting the $26 mark, and that's a major resistance. Just be careful, no FOMO. And someone said in the video yesterday, you have no idea what you're talking about. And at 26, and then it actually ran all the way down almost to 22. So the silver got smashed. And that's the thing I was saying in yesterday's video. And that's the thing about silver. Silver is one of these markets that it's a wildcat. It really is a wildcat. If you want to get on silver, you just wait for a nice dip. Wait for a nice dip. Just be patient. No FOMO. We haven't seen the dip yet. We definitely got a bit of a flush down, but we haven't seen a nice pullback yet. As you can see, silver is a wildcat. So if you're in silver, just be prepared for that volatility when it does come through there. Moving on now through to the SILJ, and it's still in a very nice upward trend, but we do have, on a weekly basis, we do have this long-term resistance level coming down through around about that $17 level. So if I go back to my daily chart and I squeeze it up a little bit, we're almost at that resistance level on the SILJ, and the SIL, we're pretty much at that. This is the weekly this whole area through here is a sort of an area of resistance where the SIL is probably likely to find a lot of problems. Moving on now through to that, we see we are almost at that level. So again, I'm expecting that to have a bit of a pullback in the markets. Looking at the GDX moving in through there, if I zoom my charts right back to the GDX, we can see that the GDX right now is very, very close, or it's just slightly breaking above this resistance level through this level here, around about that $40 level back through there. And we are still in a very nice slight upward movement. So I wouldn't be too surprised to see the GDX once again having a bit of a pullback soon. But I definitely want to, you know, some people saying, oh, you know, I wouldn't want to short the markets. Now, I'm not saying short the markets. You know, guys, it's okay just to step aside the markets and wait for the market to give you a good opportunity to get in. You know what I mean? That's probably the best opportunity, the best thing to do. And moving on through to the GDXJ. And the GDXJ, once again, very nice upward move through there. If I look at my weekly charts, I can see that we have indeed just broken out of this sideways range for quite some time. We are nowhere near the next resistance point. That's sort of that level through there would be the resistance point. That resistance point is just up through around about that. So we may even go for a run through there on the GDXJ. But once again, guys, once in this move here, it's not a high probability of having a successful trade. Wait for some form of a pullback. Now, with that being said, as I promised you, I'm going to tell you the market that I believe is going to make the best moves over the next couple of years. And yes, silver's going to make some good moves, I believe, may not. And, you know, don't listen to what I say. Throw the laptop out. Don't listen to me. And, you know, go for a walk. But looking at the GDXJ, I truly believe the GDXJ is the one that's going to make the biggest moves out of the whole lot. And I see the GDXJ, the junior miners, within the next few years, up at the 170, even breaking up to all-time new highs. We've just started the breakout right now. And so the charting pattern through here, there's not much going on. And now we're starting to break out, really is gauging that through there. So guys, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Do you think the mining stocks are just getting started, or do you think it's a bit of a fake out and they're gonna suppress it and stuff like that? Also, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, click on that very first link in the description or the very first comment there. Grab a free training. Plus, I'm going to give you a free trading course as well too to help you out with your trading. Go do that right now, guys, and I look forward to seeing you real soon.